Hello and welcome to the Philippines. Many of you are planning your trip or have already planned your trip and you're rescheduling your trip to the Philippines. Much of what I'm going to talk about covers the Philippines, but also pertains to other countries as well. I was very surprised today, April 18th, that I went on a couple of different travel sites, flight booking sites, Cheap Air, something like that, and as well as Google.com flights. And I went all the way through the process, and it appeared that they were going to let me book. Well, I didn't book, but they allowed me to pick a flight starting May 3rd, flying to Manila and then Cebu, a city in the Philippines, even though many of the airlines aren't flying at the present time and may not be then. I know several of my friends have bought tickets a couple of months ago, and they are not being given refunds. They're only allowed up to a year to use those tickets, and they have flexible. They can change their tickets a number of times, the dates they're going to fly. So at least they have that. I was going to say welcome to the future, but actually there's a lot we do not know about the future right now, so we're just going to have to kind of wait this out and take our opportunities and chances when we can. Some of us have more options than others. If you're still working, have issues with vacation time. All right, so let's jump over here to a couple of very important websites, including airline site here in a bit. First of all, the Embassy of the Philippines. And notice over here, they have dress code for clients and visitors, so keep that in mind. There are some embassies that I believe Manila still, oftentimes I've heard both ways. They may require you not to wear sandals and to wear a shirt that comes down over the shoulders and long pants. Don't know if they're enforcing that regularly or not. So be aware of that anyway. It's always good to show up and be welcome. Anyway, here's applying for a Philippine visa, and this is dated Saturday, April 18th, 2020. Quite current. And the Philippine Embassy informs the public that effective 20 March 2020 until further notice, it is suspending temporarily all visas. Visa-free privileges, including those pursuant to visa waiver agreements entered into by the Philippines with certain countries, are also temporarily suspended. All previously issued visas are deemed canceled except those issued to foreign government, international organization officials accredited to the Philippines, and foreign spouses and children of Filipino nationals. Now, down here, visa applicants are strongly advised to finalize their flight booking only after the visa is granted. And the embassy will not hasten the visa processing to accommodate the applicant's flight schedule. And it says that if you're applying at an embassy outside the Philippines or even in the Philippines, it could take 2 to 10 business days. Now, many of you are from countries that have a visa agreement with the Philippines where you can come in with your passport, get a 30-day visa stamp on your passport just by flying in. You don't have to apply ahead of time. That has been suspended. If you have applied for a visa in your own country and it has been approved and you're holding on to it, this says it has temporarily been suspended. So what will be the process when this present situation becomes cleared up? Will they reissue those visas, or will they just add additional time to those visas? We really don't know until they come up with a plan. I suspect that they will reinstate those visas and you'll be able to use them again, but we really don't know. If you're going to a embassy, you need to set up an appointment ahead of time. And here's what many of us have. The Philippines grants visa-free entry to passport holders of certain countries, well over 100 countries, I believe, while requiring a visa to others in that people from some countries have to apply for a visa and get that visa on their passport before they try to enter the Philippines. Now, this is another important point down here. United States of America, no visa required for stay exceeding. Well, that's because you can click here and you can plug in your information and it'll come up with information. And this area here, travelers must hold a valid ticket for return journey to country of origin or the next country of destination, and a passport valid for 6 months before the stay in the Philippines. Now, there's a way to save money here. Many people call this the throwaway ticket, and I got lambasted for talking about a throwaway ticket in one of my previous videos. You can save money by buying a refundable ticket, and oftentimes when you go to choose your ticket, your flight tickets, and when you choose the absolute cheapest flight, that is normally non-refundable. Same goes with many hotel reservations. The cheapest rates are not refundable. If you choose a more expensive flight or a more expensive hotel, you oftentimes have a option to get a refund on that if you cancel within a certain amount of time. So what you can do, you can pay for the more expensive ticket, and you can go through the process of getting a refund instead of throwing away that $50, $60, $70 throwaway ticket and buying a ticket and just not using it and throwing it away. So that can save you some bucks. And here's another important item here. For passport holders who are allowed visa-free entry for a stay up to 30 days, but wishes to stay more than 30 days, you may apply for a visa at the Philippine Embassy or apply for extension of stay at the nearest Bureau of Immigration office in the Philippines. And they have a number of offices in different cities. Not all offices are full service. The one in Manila, the one in Cebu are full service, probably the one in Davao. Occasionally I hear of people coming from Iloilo City because something they need done is not handled by the immigration office there in Iloilo City or Dumaguete City. So keep that in mind. I think the first time you apply for an extension to your visa, you can apply for 1 month. And after that, you can apply for either a 1 month, a 2 months, or a 6 months, I believe. Not sure if there's any. Somebody once told me that you could apply for a 2 months, then you had to do then you could do a 6 months, and then you had to go back to 2 months and back to 6 months. But I know people who regularly get 6-month extensions, and I think that's the case, that is allowed. And bounce over to the Department of Foreign Affairs for the Philippines. Travel advisories, inbound travel restrictions by Philippine government on foreign travelers. Inbound travel restrictions. And there again, entry of foreign nationals are restricted effective March 22nd. Visa-free privileges of foreign nationals are temporarily suspended. All issuance of entry visas for visa-required foreign nationals are suspended, while all previously issued visas are canceled, except those issued for the following. And I don't know that any of you come under these categories: foreign government, international organization officials. Possibly some of you do fall under those categories. Now here's something that surprised me. I went to a couple different travel sites. I went to Cheap Flights, something like that, and I went to Google.com flights. And both of these sites, it appeared that they were going to allow me to buy a ticket, which kind of surprised me. Very expensive ticket. That's just plugged in from Los Angeles to Cebu City, round trip ticket. And very expensive. On another site, I believe Cheap Flights, I found flights for, I believe about $600, less than $600 for round trip flights. But what surprised me was the fact that it seemed that they were willing to let me purchase the flights, and chances are they will be during those dates that those flights will be canceled, and they will have your money. Travel restricted, and if you pull this up, it will take you over to this travel advisory. But it appeared that these sites, they would be happy to take your money and rate the ticket. And then what I've read is most airlines are not refunding. They're allowing you like a year in which to use that ticket to change the dates. They would be very happy to take your money and hold it for you for who knows, another year or so. So my advice is don't get ahead of yourself. Just be patient and let this thing play out. It could be an on again, off again type situation. And for instance, I plan on taking a trip back to the USA sometime this year, but you know, I am concerned if do I get over there and then things tighten up again and it's difficult to get back. So I'll probably just wait it out, find out what the rules are down the, it's probably several months from now. On the other hand, if you know you want to fly and you have the time and the money, if you find an exceptionally good deal, you can take that risk and buy that ticket up. And you may have to change the dates at some point in time, but that may be worth it if you find that really good deal. You may or may not find good deals for hotels, resorts, those types of things as well during the same periods of time. Take advantage of refundable tickets. That'll save you some money on your ongoing flight type situation. And generally you need to show an ongoing flight if you're going to fly to the Philippines. You'll be asked for that by the airline at the ticket area before they allow you to board the plane. So purchase that. I know guys who have shown up at the airport and found out that they need an ongoing ticket, and then they have to go purchase it at that point in time, and generally they don't get the best deal there. Thank you for watching. Please like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Safe travels to you all wherever you're at, and I'll see you next time.